here. So maybe one day go with them, buy him a drink or something. Appreciate him for hosting the show, like how and ask him about his career, build a
Yeah,
relationship. And yeah, I really appreciate you for all the information and the mentorship.
for sure, bud. So the coins that you got last night, you did you get those at the event or did you get them before the event or how many numbers, names did you get at the event?
I got about three. No, I got about two numbers and four Instagrams.
At the event itself?
Actually, three numbers. So three numbers and three Instagrams. Yes, at the event.
Nice, bro. Good. How did Sammy do?
Sammy, I think he did the same thing. He definitely, and then he was really like conversating with a lot of people, and like the conversations when I was passing around or right next to him, he was like, it was amazing. So it was natural, splitting
Good.
relationships.
And so what event are you doing tomorrow that you have your three confirmed for? What's your event tomorrow?
It's going to be a live event and showing the presentation, the 17-minute, and I'm gonna have confirmed testimonial that somebody be able to call, and I'm gonna try my hardest to get somebody in person as a testimonial because I know that is way better than having somebody on the phone.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even a phone, as long as you have a product and a business, even if it's over the phone, it's okay. Because I mean, with a small group like that, you could put it on speakerphone, in front of those three people, and that's fine. I mean, obviously in person is great, but I mean, if you've got good testimonials on the phone, it's okay. I did calls and meetings all day today in Memphis. I actually stayed. I was supposed to leave this morning, but they wound up booking me like all day. So I was in meetings all day. We had almost 50 people at our event last night once we finally got the count. Um, so Memphis is popping. We had two people rank up today, three people rank up yesterday in Memphis. Um, so I was doing one-on-ones and two-on-ones and calls. We started a new team in Canada today. So that's why I'm still on the road. I just left Memphis like I don't know, like 2 hours ago. Um, so it was good. It was good. So, all right. Let's see. Guys, I'm driving, so I gotta just have you guys tell me what you have going on. So I don't know who wants to go next, but I can't look down at my phone. So y'all just gotta take turns going through your update from today, all your activity from today, and then any of your updates from yesterday for those of you that are networking and trying to get your coins and your contacts. So whoever wants to go next, go ahead.
I've had one join the opportunity to call tonight and following up with them right now. And then Ronnie and I have a Zoom set up for tomorrow at 7 p.m. with another person.
And so have you already talked to your person who was on the Zoom tonight?
Yes, I'm currently talking to them right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can definitely, if you and Ronnie need to close that person, then y'all can pop off and do that while I'm going through everybody else's list, because that's definitely a priority. So if y'all need to pop off and close that person, go ahead and y'all can just get back on.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Good job. All right. Who's next? Marcus, you want to go?
Yep, I can go.
Go ahead.
So today was good as well. I got my 5 coins. I went to the supermarket, met a couple people in there, somebody who actually lives around the corner from me. And I made my hit list as well too. So with that, it's like separate from my normal prospecting list. So I'm like keeping track of where each relationship is and just moving from there. And for tomorrow, I'm gonna invite mostly all of the people that I've been meeting out here to the live event.
You're doing your
Um,
live event in Scranton tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna invite some people there. Well, those people there. And then other than that, what else was there? Yeah, that's
How many coins did you get today? You said you met two or three at the supermarket. Did you get your 5 already?
yeah, I got 5 in total today. So I met like 3 people at the supermarket and 2 people at Dunkin' Donuts. And I met somebody in the store too. This guy, he was like, I always see him at the store, so I knew he was like a local kind of person. I'm like, yo, I always see you here. What's going on? Let's go out for lunch sometime. He's like, yeah, that'll be great, whatever. And then that's how I met that person. So I actually got 6 today. I met 6 people today.
Nice. Good work. How's it looking for tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, I don't have any confirmations as of right now. I invited a couple of people. I don't really know his name, but his name is, I call him like City Flex. He was telling me that he wanted me to like, oh, he's like, oh, if you can come to me. And I was telling him like, yo, I need you to come to Fratelli's basically. So
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really know how to go about that specific one.
Did you post your live event in the Bright Life group on Facebook?
I've done it before, like around that time when you told us to do it.
I know, but yeah, but y'all got to be promoting these events. I mean, there's other reps and members in Scranton, and you that helps you get testimonials, bro. If you post it and let other people know you're going to be showing the video, you could be getting people from the other team to plug in, and then you've got more bodies in the room. We got to get these meetings posted. You guys have to do a better job promoting to the rest of the company, because here's what happens. If you let other teams and other people know what you're doing, then other people start showing up. Now you have more bodies in the room. Now you have more testimonials. Now you have more energy. Like the Texarkana meeting on Monday had there were several people inviting to that meeting, and from 2 different teams that were completely unrelated. And same thing in Memphis last night. There were people there from 2 different teams, completely unrelated. And there were lots of people invited, and every member had guests. And so if you guys will post these events and be better promoters, so y'all have to think, okay, I'm a promoter of my business. I'm a promoter of my opportunity. So, if somebody's a good promoter, like let's think like the best like boxing promoter, like Don King. Don King was a legendary boxing promoter, and that guy was always promoting. He was always hustling. He was always talking about his fight. He was always hyping his fights. He was always hyping his fighters. Like that's what being a promoter is. So you have to be the promoter of your event. So if your event sucks or it has bad turnout or you don't have anybody there, that's on you. That's your event. Your event is a direct reflection of your promotion skills and your inviting skills. So if you're trying to start it up, and you're depending on just you, now it's all the pressures on you to fill that room up and to fill that meeting up. When in reality, if you become a good promoter, then there's other people in your area, other leaders, other teams, other members of Bright Life that know about that, and they come and plug in. Now you have more energy, and this allows you to have other stories that are unrelated to you. So then when your guests come, I already told you, you're not a prophet in your own town, but if you do an event at Fratelli's and other people from the other team come, they can do a testimonial, and then your friend is like, how do you know them? And you're like, I don't know them. They're just in Bright Life. And then that person's going to go, wow, that's crazy. Marcus doesn't even know these people. They showed up tonight and are talking about how awesome Bright Life is, and he's not getting paid off them. They're not getting paid off him. They have no monetary reason to lie and to talk about, these amazing benefits. So they believe them, because then they're like, well, if that's Marcus's boy or Marcus's girl, of course she's going to say it's good. So if you roll in with Simba or Kelly, and then that's your testimonial, your guests are going to be like, well, they're just saying that because that's his girl, that's his guy. You see what I'm saying? So mentally and psychologically, it's not just about the bodies in the room. It's about the energy and the credibility that people who have no monetary connection to you still bragging about the opportunity or bragging about the products. Then your guests are like, damn, that's cool. Cause he doesn't even know them. They don't even make any money off of each other. They're not even on the same team, but they're working together and helping each other out. So you guys have to y'all have to be better promoters. You've got to put your meetings up in the groups. You got to talk to the other teams. You got to let people know what you're doing. You know, let people know where you're working. If you're going to go do some one-on-ones or two-on-ones at a coffee shop, even if nobody shows up, by posting that every time you're doing these activities, you're motivating other people. You're encouraging other people with your actions. You're leading by example. And then you never know who's going to come in and pop in and work with you and help you, and vice versa. You may have the opportunity to mentor other people that aren't even on your team, talk to them about what you're learning in the mentorship calls. And then you're going to have people that are going to, one of the best ways that I learned when I was in college, I graduated with honors. So I basically, graduated with, I only made 1 C in college and the rest were all A's, and I made a couple of B's. And so I graduated with honors. And for me, one of the best ways for me to learn was helping other people. So I would do study with my fraternity brothers and friends. And when I taught what the concepts were, I learned it better. So if you've got people that are coming to work with you and you guys are going to lock arms, and we're going to talk about running buddies as well, then now you're learning, your brain is functioning a different way. So it's proven that the brain learns in many different ways. Some people learn more and are more effective audio learners. So when you're hearing it and you're listening, some people are visual learners. So as they read things, as they see things, when they see videos, when they see diagrams, when they see drawings, when they see videos, when they see illustrations. And then there's some people that learn by teaching. So literally your brain is processing the information because it's trying to dissect the information and give it to somebody else in an easy to understand format. You're getting better because you're teaching. So you guys have to be better promoters. Everyone should know where you're going to be, what you're doing, where you're working, where you're camping out at, where your live events are at. It should be second nature. Everybody should be like, oh yeah, Marcus is at Fratelli's on Thursday at 7. Oh yeah, Marcus is at Fratelli's on Thursday at 7. Yeah, Simba is at the coffee shop on Tuesdays at noon. Whatever it is, it should be like your spot. Everyone should know. Why? Because you're Don King. You're a promoter. And then when you're working with other people, now you're learning in different formats. Your brain is processing the information differently. And now you're picking things up while you're helping and teaching. Even though you're not making money, you are making money because you're going to be a better performer when it comes time for you to perform what you're teaching and helping, because your brain is processing it better. Got it?
Yep, I got it.
So promote those events, promote those meetings, promote your activity. When you're going to be camped out somewhere, you're going to be doing 2-on-1s, promote that stuff. Be a better promoter and work with more people, work with more teams, work with other leaders, other reps. So if you see people in your area or people and you're trying to get them to plug in, and that way you can work with other people and you can grow and they can grow and you'll have more testimonials. All of those benefits start to happen. Okay?
Yep.
Hey, Wes, I want to add something real
Sounds
quick
good.
for those guys, especially in the Northeast, man. Marcus, Simba, anybody else on here that's from the Northeast, just keep in mind, there was a huge meltdown in the last company we were in, if you remember. And I'm not one for cross recruiting. I'm one for helping anybody that wants an opportunity and is looking to help themselves or their family. So I've got a bunch of people that have reached out to me asking what I've got going on specifically from that previous company. So you may get in your Rolodex or social media groups, whatever it was, that you had some contacts from that previous company, and just say, hey, man, it may be an easy in, especially if you're looking for people to join you in a meeting. I know you're from Pennsylvania, but you travel, you know, into New York, and I mean, primarily in the New York area, but there's a lot of people that have reached out looking for another opportunity since all that's went down. So keep that in mind.
For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been on the phone. I've been on the phone with lots of those guys and girls over the last 3 days, 4 days, 5 days.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Well, Daryl, I see you on. Congrats on Life
Yeah.
for 300. Congrats on Life for 300. Congrats again on your turnout last night. How did the meeting go tonight?
Well, I wasn't able to make tonight's meeting. I'll be there tomorrow, but something that you said exactly happened. What you said about people when they leave the meeting there at 10, and if you don't get them right then and there, they won't be at 10 in the morning. And
Yep.
because I experienced it, I mean, firsthand, I wasn't able to catch one of the people who left. And my sister told me she was all excited and everything. "Oh, I'm gonna tell my niece, I'm gonna tell my, she had all these people she gonna tell." And by the time I spoke with her this morning, I knew that's exactly what she did. She went and told her and got discouraged. So I talked to her, and it was just like you said. I mean, by the time you talk to a person the next day, it's bright live, it's bright. They don't know the name of the company. They cannot retain that information, and it was perfect. And so wasn't able to close it today. And like you said, it's almost like they're not gonna do it. And I was trying to explain to my sister that be excited when you hear somebody say no, because you're gonna get closer to the yes. And I had two people call me today who I had reached out. One of them is a longtime friend of Denson, who had done many business opportunities with Denson in the past. He's 75 years old, but he's in great shape. His name's Charles Stout. And he said, "Daryl, I just spent $1,500 on a real estate venture I'm getting into that doesn't require me to recruit anything." But he said he been knowing me a while, and he's turning me on to this group of golfers who travel all over. And he gave me a name today, so I'm setting up something with that guy, trying to get him to come to the meeting tomorrow. And another guy called me today, about the same thing. He has a golf network. And so I'm nailing him down tomorrow. And like I said, the more activity you do, things that start coming your way. And I tried to get 12. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I'm just gonna be a maniac on the phone. I like the idea of what you said about being a promoter, because that's something I haven't been doing at all. I got to learn how to utilize social media more effectively and post stuff and just generate
Well,
more
well, well.
excitement, because so many people see that stuff.
But hold on though on that, because I was talking about posting that in the group, not on your
Oh yeah, that's what
personal
I'm talking
page.
about. Not on
Oh,
person. No, I'm talking about putting it on the group.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, for
I
sure,
need to learn
100%.
how to do that. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, because the thing is we don't want to post that stuff on our personal page, because then people get turned off. But if you want to post things that are like mysterious, like if you have a picture of a bunch of you guys getting together, and I used to post things like just had a top secret business meeting with my future millionaire friends, or something like that,
Yeah.
that makes people go, wait, what is that?
How you gonna
Who's
become
that?
a millionaire, right?
Well, and it's like some of the pictures, like I didn't show all the faces. And so it's not
Mm-hmm.
salesy. I don't say anything about Bright Life, but it's real mysterious, like almost like James Bond, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like if you have a coffee meeting with a couple of people, you can take a picture of like just your hands and your phones or your laptop. And it's like, if these walls could talk, just got out of a meeting with some high powered people making our plans for our next move, things like that,
Mm.
that people are like, oh,
Great
wait, what's that?
idea.
What are you talking about? What moves are you making? To where you're not selling. There's no website. There's no mention of travel, no selling at
Okay.
all. You're just trying to pique people's interest with just, every now and again dropping some kind of a post that's mysterious that makes people ask you questions. Your social media
Gotcha.
should be making people ask questions. If you're not getting people to ask you about what you're doing, then you're telling them too much. It's the same thing
Right.
about,
Gotcha.
inviting the wrong way. So you can't make too many business posts, and you can't tell too much. When you want to make a post that's somewhat about your business, you have to be real mysterious and real vague. No names, no brands, no products, no memberships, no
Right.
websites, no videos, no logos, none of that. Okay?
I understand. Gotcha.
All right. And you can still save your girl, but I would, stay on her now and be like, look, just because you got shot down by a couple of people last night, you only need 2 to get your membership for free. And so you need to get signed up, because a lot of the people, we know the same people, and I'm going to go sign them up. I might as
Right.
well, I just assume you sign them up if we both know them. But if you wait and join later, I'm going to sign up all the people and then you're not going to get a free membership. So I would try to create some fear of loss, since it's your sister and you know the same people. I would try to put some fear of loss on her, and that, hey, if you wait a month or 2, you're going to miss out on all the stuff I'm doing. It's going to be a big mistake. You need to lock in now.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. So let's see here. Tammy, are you where you can give me an update on all your stuff?
Sorry, I was trying to unmute me.
Yeah, I
Yes,
got you.
okay, you can hear me?
Yes.
So you know that I was in Vegas for a few days, so I
Right.
did like a last minute little event because a friend of mine was there. We had a couple people there. They were, I find that I'm having a little bit of a challenge with the fact that I don't know. I always sell things that I believe in, which I believe in this product 100%, but I don't know why they're not closing, why they're not buying into it. What
Yeah.
I don't.
We talked. Hey, you didn't
You're
use
cutting
any
out.
third-party validation. That's why. See, here's the problem: is that
That one.
you can.
Wes, you're breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up, Wes.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Hello.
Yep.
I
we
was
can hear
saying.
you.
I was saying that the third. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, but yeah.
All right. Okay. So I was just saying that the third party validation is really important especially for
Okay.
salespeople. So this is the same situation that I faced when I first got started in this industry, because I came from sales. So I was used to selling by myself. I never used anybody to help me close. I never used anybody to help me present. I did all the selling,
Right.
all the closing. And so what was happening is that unknowingly, people are asking themselves those 2 questions. Can I do this? Which is, can I do what's being done to me right now? And
Right.
the biggest problem was that a lot of people were like, Wes, and look, they didn't say this, but they thought this. They were
Right.
like, Wes, you're a salesperson. I can't sell like you can. You can sell this and you're doing a good job selling it, but I don't
Right.
want to be a salesperson. I don't want to sell this. I don't want to do it like this. And so they're answering that primary question. If you're doing it all by yourself, they're answering that question, can I do this? What's being done to me right now, with a no. And that's why you're not closing people. The only reason why somebody doesn't sign up is because they answer that question with a no, or the will it work. So can I do this is how you present to them in the system you use.
Okay.
And will it work is the proof that you show them. So if you don't use the system, they think they have to sell by themselves just like you are. And if they don't meet anybody else outside of you, they don't believe that it will work because they don't believe that other people can have success other than you. They don't see social proof because the reality is that you've only used it a little bit and you haven't had massive success with the business. Nobody has. We're brand new. So they're judging everything they're seeing you do, and they're answering those questions with a no. That's the only reasons why people don't sign up. They're not going to tell you this, but statistically, psychologically, that is the only reason why people say no. They don't believe that they can do what you're doing, and they don't believe that it will work for them.
Wes, I feel
Yeah.
like though it's not, the people that I'm approaching though are like more of a high level. They don't want to sell on the side. They want the app only. They don't actually want to do the sales piece. So that's where my challenge is as well. They have no
Yeah, but
interest in like selling. They just want the actual piece, but then they question that.
but that's what we want. Then if you think that they're so successful and wealthy and they don't need extra money or want to do the business or the selling, then
Right.
just show them the membership. The video that's 7 minutes is
Right.
only the membership. But here's
And
the
that's what
thing.
I'm selling them.
Well, then that's another problem. I mean, you're saying that they don't want to do it. You're only showing the membership. So how are they saying they don't want to sell? They
No,
don't even know.
I'm not showing the membership. I'm showing them the actual video, not the
Which,
membership.
which video are you showing them?
The one, the YouTube one.
Which one?
The most
How long?
recent one.
Yeah, but how?
It's like 15 or 16 minutes or something.
Well, then use the 7 minute one if they're thinking that they don't want to sell. But the thing is that, you know, the selling part is optional. And the
Right.
thing is that they can still refer them to you. But the problem is because you're doing it by yourself, the
Right.
emphasis is on the selling because the only thing they've seen is you doing the selling. If all you did was show them a video and then put them on the phone with somebody else, and that person is the one who actually sells them with their
Right.
story and their testimonial, then they don't think they have to be a salesperson. But you've only shown them one way to do it, which is
Okay.
selling, and they don't want to do that. That's why I'm telling you,
Okay.
that's why they're saying no, and that's why they're saying they don't want to sell, because you're not showing them any other way. The only way you're showing them is you doing all the work, and they don't want to do that. So
Okay.
they're literally telling you exactly why they're not signing up. And so
Okay.
you have to use a third party every single time, or you're going to get that same objection every time, especially with high-end prospects, because they're thinking that you're trying to recruit them into being a salesperson for Bright
Yes.
Life, and that's not what we're doing.
Okay.
Because that's all they're seeing you do.
Right.
They're not saying this verbally, but they're telling you they don't want to do that. But if all
Right.
you did was show them a video and then put them on the phone with me, and they go, well, I could do that. All I have to do is put them on the phone with this guy and show them a video. Okay, I could do that to a few people. I could share it with a few people. But if you're doing everything yourself, all they're seeing is you doing the selling, and they don't want to do that.
Okay.
They're all going to give you that objection. That's what I'm saying. That's that first question. Can I do this? And they're answering it with a no, and that's why they're not signing up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yep.
So you got to use the third party every time, every single time. You've got to use third party. And so if you don't have anybody else, then use me. But you can't
No, I
do it by
do.
yourself. This is a team sport. You can't be
Okay.
doing it alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Got
All
it.
right.
Thank you.
Well, keep it up. Keep up the good work. And on the exposures, we just got to get higher closing percentages. And if you've got any of those people that you've shown, you could always try to put me on the phone with me and see if I can get them signed up.
I would love
Because
that.
that'll take.
Yeah, I would love that.
Huh?
I would love that.
Yeah. So if you want tomorrow, tomorrow's a little bit of a busier day for me because I pushed some things back because I stayed in Memphis. But on Friday, I have more availability, and then tomorrow, I have my event in Dallas tomorrow night. So tomorrow's just pretty tough in general, unless it's
So maybe we'll try Friday.
yeah, Friday or early in the morning tomorrow. I'll be driving, so Yeah, so just message me and we can see if we can work out some times if you can get those people you exposed on the phone.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Okay, let's see here. Safe?
Hey, I met with one of Nick's guys today. He's helping to promote the meeting we're going to have Friday afternoon
Okay.
for Nick. Hopefully you'll be available to get you on the
Yeah.
phone. I'm not sure exactly what time yet. I'll let you know.
Yeah, just shoot me a text.
Okay. There are a bunch of younger guys, 18 to 21. So.
Okay. That's good. That's my whole team and the company I was consulting for a few years ago, everybody was 18 to 25. So it's a great market for us, and it's untapped here because our average members right now in Bright Life are older than that demographic. So but I mean that's a great market for our products and services for sure. So I'll be glad to help. Any other updates on any of your other new people or any of the people that you've signed up getting their 2 and free?
No, this one, I believe he's going to join when we set this up, and that'll be getting Nick 2 and free. And
Okay.
he said he's got 6 people he'd like to bring himself. So we'll see.
Okay.
Everybody else is a little stagnant.
Well, so you're talking about the people that you already signed up?
Yeah.
Okay, so have any of those people done a launch event at their house where you've had them invite their friends to their house?
Well, some of them have had people to the meetings, but
Well, that's what I would try to do then. I would try to do this. I would take that list of the people that you've signed up and I would just tell them, look, technically we haven't had a grand opening for your business. Any business that starts, they have a grand opening. Bright Life had a grand opening, any furniture store, car store, any kind of, mall, plaza, spa, whatever, med spa, clinic. I mean, they all have grand openings. And so what I would do is I would call each one of these people you've signed up and say, look, technically you haven't started your business yet because we haven't had a grand opening. So we need to have your grand opening in the next 2 or 3 days. And see, now it's a little bit harder because now they've already been out there and they're going to be a little more reluctant. So this is harder to do once they've been in for a few days. This is much easier to do whenever they're brand new. Because remember, then now they're listening, they're excited, they're going to do what you tell them to do. But now these people that have been in for a week have been doing it wrong if they've been doing anything. And so chances are you're going to have a little bit of pushback, but you just got to convince them that their business has not started yet until they've had a grand opening at their home. The reason why it's so critical that these people have a launch event at their home is because everybody's already been there in their life. Like, people are going to get their top 10 list, their board of directors. Most of their people that are their closest social circle have been in their home. So it's not a big deal to ask somebody to come to their house because they've had them there before. So what you want to do is teach them how to invite people to the house without selling and explaining. And so if they can get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people to their home, that's easier than getting them to a meeting or to a bar or a restaurant even, because they've already done this. So it's very normal behavior. And the people know where they live. It's very informal. It's not official. And it's just an easy invite. And so I would make everybody that you've signed up basically mentally agree with the fact that if they've not done this launch event at their home, then their business is not officially open for business yet. And so if you can get them to understand the importance of that, then all they have to do is just invite a handful of friends over, say, be at my house tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, super important. I'll have you out of there in half an hour. So literally have everybody there, 7 o'clock sharp, whatever the time is. Say, look, get there 7 o'clock sharp. I'll have you out the door in 30 minutes. This is critical to me. It's very important. I need you to see this. And so be at my house, 7 o'clock sharp, and it's going to take no more than 30 minutes. And so use that invite to do these launch events. And then what happens is it's a slam dunk layup to get those people there. And so, you know, I would just talk to all those people and try to get everybody that has not done that, which is essentially all of them,
Yeah.
to have one over the next 3 days. You could do 2 a night because it only takes half an hour. So if they don't live too far away from each other, you know, you could do one at 6, you could do one at 8, and on Saturday, you know, you could do 3 or 4. You could bounce around from house to house. You could do 3 or 4 on Saturday. That's 3 days from now. That's not too far, you know, so try to focus on that. That'll get duplication. And I would also tell them, hey, I want to help you get your 2. Your monthly fee is going to be due in a couple weeks. Now with the new Free Life, they can see their billing date. So you need to tell them, I'm committed to helping you get free Bright Life membership. So we need to have this grand opening launch event at your home in the next 3 days. So what time works? I don't ask them, is that okay? Do you want to do that? I literally say, we're going to do this. So what time works? What day and what time do you want to get your membership for free? Because I don't want you to have to pay your next month's bill. So what time works? What day works? We're going to do this.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So update me on that tomorrow. And I think that'll help, and just get everybody to schedule one over the next 3 days. And you've got Saturday as kind of a wrap up day to try to get in anybody that you can't get in over, you know, Thursday, Friday.
I may have to move that to Sunday. Saturday's
That's okay.
tied up.
Yeah, that's fine. So Sunday after church or in the afternoon, you know, it's
Yep.
fine. Yep. Okay, cool.
All right. Can do.
All right. Thanks, A. Okay. Kelly, you want to update me on your prospecting and on how the event is looking for you tomorrow night?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to invite today to the event, but tomorrow I'm gonna be waking up early and I'm gonna be setting all the plans. I have a list written down of people I need to invite to the event. So it's looking good because I did mention to a couple people last week about it, and then they canceled because of the weather. So tomorrow should be looking better.
So did you work today?
I did not. I got my monthly, and then I was just feeling like a little antisocial today. It's not an excuse, but I was just not really feeling like it.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all definitely you and Marcus have a lot of inviting to do for tomorrow, because I mean we're within 24 hours of y'all's event. So and remember, do the event whether you know it's 2 people, 10 people, or 0 people. Get in the habit
Right.
of doing it. Do the video, go through the motions, do it for whoever shows up. You know, you got to get in the habit of doing it. Y'all need to promote it on the Facebook page tonight. And y'all need to do some inviting tonight. I mean, I know you had a bad day or whatever, but I mean, you know, if we're going to do this, there's going to be days when you're not going to feel like wanting to do it, but you're still rewiring your brain. You're still training yourself. And so, you know, there's going to be days, like I said, where you don't feel like doing things, but at the end of the day, you know, once this day is over and it's gone, you've lost that opportunity, you know? So you still got some time tonight when we're done. I know most of your people are younger, so it's not like they're going to bed at 10 o'clock. So we're about to
Right.
wrap up. So I would, you know, make some calls tonight and do some inviting for tomorrow, because puts a lot of pressure on you guys to, you know, to get people to an event when you're less than 24 hours out and you guys don't have anybody confirmed. That's not good.
Right.
I mean, I've got people confirmed for my event in Dallas tomorrow night, and I haven't even been home all week, you know, and I still have people confirmed for my event tomorrow night already. So, you know, you just got to get it done.
Yeah, you're right, 100%. And I'm definitely gonna invite tonight. I am feeling a little bit better now, so
Okay. All right. Okay. Thanks, Kelly. Sammy,
thank you.
what you got? Sammy,
Yeah,
I
Wes,
can't hear you. Yeah,
can you
I
hear me?
got you. Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I got 3 coins over out of the 5 today. Obviously the goal is 5. But I got 3 over today on the other pocket. I still have time to get 2 more. The night's not over, of course.
Okay.
And I actually did have one on the 9 p.m. yesterday. Supposed to get on the phone with him at 1 p.m. today, but he was watching his niece. So I told him let's reschedule. What's it called, for tomorrow when I get out of work. I work 7 to 4 tomorrow, so I'll be getting on the phone with him when I get out of work, setting up that time. So I have that. And then I do have a few people that I'm still connecting with, like literally in live conversation with them on Facebook. So I do plan on getting a chance to get a little bit closer in terms of building the relationship with them, so that way I can eventually lead to a opportunity to ask them to invite them to Buy Life.
Okay, good. And then before you got on tonight, Simba said you got 6 contacts last night or yesterday.
Yeah, from the comedy club that we went to. That was actually Simba's
Nice.
idea too. So I told him that was literally a great idea, and we should go to more of those, because it seems like people are very friendly at the comedy clubs, and they're more open to speak to you. So we definitely had some success there.
Okay. Well, good. Just gotta stay busy, keep finding activities, keep finding ways to network and other events to go to, other
Yeah.
networking groups. Have you and Simba looked for a Toastmasters group?
So I was actually speaking to I don't know, Simba. I don't know if I mentioned it to you, but I was supposed to mention it to you. If I didn't, I looked up the Toastmasters events in New York as well as the city, and it told me that the most recent upcoming one is actually full. But I'm still trying to see if there's a way we can get there, because the next one after that is not until a little bit towards the end of February. So I don't want us to have to wait that long to go to
Well,
another Toastmasters. So
there's probably, you need to Google like Toastmasters Brooklyn, Toastmasters Manhattan, Toastmasters New York City. There's probably multiple ones. So y'all need to do a little more research on that, because I guarantee you there's more than one group in the city, in all the boroughs. So
got it. No
I would
problem.
do
I'll
some more
make sure to do
check.
research. You can hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying I'll make sure to
And
do
then
some
what
further
about
research on
tomorrow,
that.
Sammy? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay. And then, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
Okay, and then what do you have lined up for tomorrow? Do you have a live event tomorrow? Or are you doing something with Simba? What's your plan tomorrow night?
Me and Simba actually have to coordinate. I'm not 100% sure what the plan is for tomorrow, but we'll definitely touch base on that, so that way we can have a solid idea of what's going on.
Yeah, but so here's the problem though, Sammy, is tomorrow is already tomorrow. So like I've been promoting my Dallas event tomorrow since Saturday. So you guys have got to get together at the beginning of the week and plan your whole week out. Y'all can't wait until the day before, the night before, the day of to plan your schedule, plan your events, put your stuff out. Like this goes back to what I was talking to Marcus about being a better promoter. Like a good think about it like this, okay? If let's say that who's your favorite music artist?
I don't have a favorite. I guess I would say maybe like Chris Brown's pretty good.
Who?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown. Okay, so think about this. I don't know what Chris Brown charges for a show, but I'm guessing based on my experience, he probably makes 150 grand, 200 grand to show up and do a show. So do you think if a promoter paid Chris Brown 150 grand or 200 grand or 250 grand to do a show, to show up, do you think he would start promoting that show the day of or the day before? Or when do you think he would promote it and tell everybody about it?
No, he would probably start promoting months in advance.
Right? Months in advance, right? Why? Because he's spending his money, his time, his energy. So if you're going to do the meeting, if you're going to do the event, why would you not prepare and plan and promote so that it makes it worth your time? Because you're giving up your time either way. So if you don't plan in advance and you don't promote it properly, then what's happening is you're basically telling yourself that your time is worthless because you didn't take any, like, see, if you had an event tomorrow that you paid 150 grand for the room to have an event tomorrow, do you think you and Simba would just now be talking tonight about how you're going to fill the room up?
No, definitely not. We would definitely be talking well in advance about it.
Exactly. So what you're saying basically is whatever time you guys spend tomorrow is basically worth nothing. And so the way I look at it is my time is valuable. So if I'm going to be doing an event tomorrow, and I knew last week I was doing the event in Dallas on Thursday night, I planned my week around it, then I knew that I needed to get off my ass. I needed to promote it, and I needed to get guests there, because even if nobody else has guests there, I'm going to be there regardless. So the way I look at it is I look at it like I've got Chris Brown coming to my meeting tomorrow night, and that's why I've been inviting since Saturday. And that's been on top of presenting to 50 people last night, mentoring you guys last night. I had an 8 o'clock coffee meeting with 14 people this morning. Then I went back to back meetings. Then I did a lunch meeting. Then I went back to back. I did a podcast. I did a video for a spa in Memphis. And then I did more calls. And then I stayed longer. I was supposed to leave earlier. And I still invited for my meeting in Dallas. Why? Because I view my time tomorrow night like Chris Brown is going to be there. So I look at it as my time is worth 150 grand, and you and Simba are looking at your time like it's worth 50 cents, not the rapper. You follow?
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. Definitely not like the rapper.
Yeah. So y'all got to get better at promoting and being promoters and planning your schedule. Y'all got to act like CEOs. You got to act like business owners. A CEO is not going to take time out of his schedule to do an event, to do a meeting, to do a presentation, and then not promote it until the day before. It's a complete waste of time. For my time, if I'm going to take time out of my schedule, I'm going to drive 45 minutes to Keller. I'm going to do a presentation. I'm going to buy some drinks. I'm going to drive 45 minutes home. I give up my entire night away from my daughter and my other things that I'm doing. And so, of course, I'm going to take that serious. Oh, shoot. I just missed my exit. So, hang on a second, guys. My map is yelling at me now. Anyways, we're almost done, but so like I said, you got to be a better promoter. You have to plan your week in advance. You've got to get your schedule together. You've got to plan it out. You've got to lay it out. Like, you got to be able to look at your business like a business owner, like a CEO. You can't be running your business on a day-to-day basis and not thinking about the next day until the night before. So y'all got to get good at planning your weeks out, laying it out. That's why we talked about the calendar, so I have everything lined up. I've already got meetings lined up. Ronnie and I talked about more meetings in Texarkana 2 days ago. I've got meetings lined up next week. I've already got another meeting lined up in Memphis in 2 weeks. I mean, I've got my schedule lined up over the next 2-3 weeks. I know I'm going to be in like probably 10 different cities. So you guys have to think that same way. Why is my time that valuable, but you don't think yours is? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Wes, I definitely understand what you're saying for sure. It's definitely,
Okay.
it's definitely making a lot more sense the way you're explaining it, because, I feel like, I do need to put more time intentionally into the way I do things. And even just with you talking about how, even if we do this 7 hours a week, 1 hour a day, you're still going to see more results than the average person. So, I definitely hear what you're saying for sure.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is once you put those hours in and you go do those meetings, you can't get those hours back. And that's why it's important that you guys are doing activity every day. And, that goes for you too, Kelly, even on bad days, because once that day is gone, you can't get it back. And so that means that sometimes you're not going to be in the mood, or you're going to be in a bad mood, or you're going to be in a fight with your mom or your dad or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, your kids. And, you still gotta do it. You still gotta do the activity, because once that day is gone, you can't get it back. So, this is a lesson for everybody, not just you, Sammy. I'm not telling you, we all need to get better at this, myself included. I mean, I'm a great promoter, but I'm never satisfied. You know, I don't want to
Right.
be satisfied with the results that I'm getting today, because as soon as I get satisfied and complacent, then the problem is that I stop growing. Because my deal is that if you're not growing, you're going backwards. Okay?
Right.
So, you know, we got to get better at growing, and that's all aspects of the business. So that's presenting, that's closing, that's, you know, duplication, training, all of it.
Right. Definitely makes sense. I definitely understand what you're saying for sure. So I'll definitely make sure to be more effective in terms of the way that we market ourselves and just doing it more in advance and having more conversations with Simba too. And not only Simba, but everyone else that we made that's in this group too. You know, we made a little group chat and I think a few people responded in there. So that'll definitely be a help too to ask questions in there as well.
Awesome, man. Well, you guys keep it up. Does anybody have any questions before I let you go?
No.
Okay. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. So tomorrow night we are not going to do the call, because I will be almost positive still in the meeting like I have been the last couple of Thursdays. So we will make up for tomorrow night on Friday, and we will probably wind up going a little longer on Friday, and I'm going to get to this running buddy concept that I've been telling you guys about. So, all right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys. Have a great night. God bless.
You too. Be careful.